Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm going to be starting a vlog. Well, actually you're going to be seeing me in the past because I've already filmed the vlog, but I was traveling during filming of the vlog, so I'm going to do this nice little intro now. But today I'm going to be reading 4 new release thrillers from 2022.
And of course, as soon as I start filming, the lighting changes. Thank you, clouds.
We're just gonna let the clouds do their thing. And I'm gonna tell you about the 4 books that I'm gonna be reading in today's video. First of all, we have The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is a very, very highly anticipated 2022 read for me. It's a YA Carrie retelling. Also in this video, I have Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister or Gillian McAllister. And this is a new release thriller that messes with time and time travel. I also have Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. This is a thriller about a girl who is isolated on a horror movie set. And finally, I have probably the highest requested book for me to read in 2022, which is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. And I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one, but y'all will see.
Actually, I do know how I'm gonna feel about this one.
But y'all will see my full thoughts later in the video. I'm actually about to edit this video. Good thing I have my matcha to fuel me. Y'all, I'm still participating in the 14-day challenge from Magic Mind, and I have their matcha right here. I've been literally drinking it every day. It is so good, and I'm really seeing the effects. I'm not drinking coffee at all unless I mix an espresso shot in here, but this is all that I've been drinking, and I feel like it's boosting my energy and focus just the same, if not more than caffeine, and I don't have to rely on caffeine, so this is just so good. I would love to see you guys participate in the 14-day challenge as well. I know I've mentioned it in a couple other videos. I will have that link down below because I want to see y'all's content. I want to see you participate and of course get your discount too. So be sure to check that out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the vlog. What are you getting into?
These maple leaf cookies, they're better than the gingerbread ones.
Trader Joe's haul. We got so many cheese board things. Can't wait to build the actual cheese board tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Do you want some? Yeah. Good girls. What are you doing, girls? Hello vlog, here I am out here in suburbia. I am like super congested and feeling so gross from traveling over the holiday break. I took some time off for Thanksgiving and had my cousin's wedding. Now we're here in my hometown seeing my dad, and I'm sure we'll go to my mom's at some point, but I'm sure you saw the intro. The first book that I started with is Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I am at the halfway point now already because y'all, this book is fast freaking paced. It is fast paced. It is so good. The time travel aspects are so interesting to me. If you know me, you know I love a book with time travel. Anything about time travel, anything that messes with time, I love. I would say if you like the book Una Out of Order by Margarita Montemor, I loved that book. One of my favorite books of last year. If you like that book and you're just wanting more like mystery thriller vibes, this is it. Wrong Place, Wrong Time feels exactly like that. It's basically about this woman who witnesses her son commit a murder. And then from then on, she's put in this Groundhog Day-esque scenario where she's not living the same day over and over and over, but she is going back in time continually, and she's stuck in this time loop until she can solve or prevent the murder, like why it happened or keep it from happening, basically. And along the way, every single day that she goes back, we're finding more and more and more clues. Simultaneously, we're also following in like alternating chapters, I would say like every 3 or 4 chapters, we get this perspective from a cop. And I actually think this investigator perspective is likable, which is not usually the case for me. Usually I do not like cop perspectives, but I really like him, and we know that he's investigating the case somehow, and he's going to be helpful to our main character at some point, but we don't exactly know how. All I know at this point is that I'm completely hooked. I'm completely invested. I love our main character. I love that a lot of the characters in this book are like giving morally gray vibes. Honestly, the writing in here is really reminding me of Jennifer Hillier, the way that she will kind of reveal what is going on like 2 or 3 pages before the actual reveal. Like before it's said, she drops a hint to just like build tension. And I know some people don't like that because they're like, oh, it's predictable. No, I think it's intentional, like revealing the twist before it's actually said in black and white on the page to build that like suspense and tension. I absolutely love that. It's been done a couple times in this book so far. It's very interesting the way that things are unfolding. I love the time jumps, very fast paced. I don't know, I'm really liking it. I will probably keep on reading while the guys are watching college basketball. And hopefully I will have an update for you later tonight. Okay, I know I literally just updated you, but I just read 10 pages in and another massive twist just happened. I'm literally freaking out. Boba's freaking out. We're all freaking out. It was literally crazy. I did not see it coming. I don't know how I overlooked that, but wow. That was so good. It was just like a bomb dropped at the end of a chapter. So I'm very excited to keep reading. Hello, I'm here coming to you live from my brother's childhood bedroom to give you a 75% update about Wrong Place, Wrong Time. This book is emotional. I don't know what it is. I feel like if you're a character-driven reader like myself, you're going to get really attached to these characters as we just like go through time with them and like see their entire lives unfold. It's really emotionally intense, and I love a thriller that is not just twisty, that has a character or like a cast of characters that I can get on board with, and this is definitely that. There was actually a scene that made me cry in here because there is a trigger warning that I will say that has to do with the scene that made me cry. Big, huge, massive trigger warnings for death of a parent. I know a couple people who are going through that right now, and that kind of grief is very intense and very specific. So if you're going through that, I definitely wouldn't recommend this one right now. And just reading the scenes that have to do with the death of a parent were really emotional, and I think it's because I've heard so much about my friends' personal journeys with that, but also just thinking about it myself, like that happening to my parents is just absolutely terrifying, absolutely crushing, really emotional. And this isn't like a big spoiler, like this isn't a plot point to the thriller plot, it's more of like character development for our main character, but really emotional. But beside all of the emotional stuff, I will mention there is a lot of like organized crime content in here, and that is usually not the type of thriller that I would gravitate towards, is like something about crime or gangs or anything like that. But for some reason I'm really enjoying it with the like time jumps, like putting together an investigation and a case. It's just really working for me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm gonna stay up tonight and binge it so I can give you my full review in the morning, even though it's midnight. I'm gonna just do it. So I'll see you in the morning. vlog. I am back home, as you can see, in the library. I felt absolutely horrible yesterday. Literally woke up and felt like shit. Had a horrible fever. It was just so bad. So I tried to make the most of Thanksgiving. You know, we still ate, even though I was nauseous the whole day. I did have a little plate, and then I got a little bit of an appetite later in the day. So that was my Thanksgiving. Not ideal. I did not feel like vlogging or updating, but we came home today, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, just because I wanted to be home. Okay, I missed this beautiful place and I love seeing my family, obviously, but like when you're feeling bad, the last thing you want to do is live out of a suitcase in a place that is not your beautiful home that you just moved into. So we came back here, and I have many an update for you. So obviously I finished Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I gave this book 5 stars, y'all. I absolutely loved it. It just came together so well at the end. There was a lot of like moral dilemma stuff and commentary, but not like socio-political commentary, like very like psychological commentary of like, what does this mean for each individual person, morality, and like what we should value in our life. Like those kind of discussions I love. Also the time travel aspects, they were just so good. I love books like this. Like this is very similar to Una Out of Order. Also The Midnight Library, very similar to that one, which is another one of my best books of all time. That was in my best books of last year video. So I feel like this kind of concept just works for me. This like traveling back in time to rethink your life, and it's like very emotional. I love it so much. And the fact that this was a thriller and had those like shocking aspects as well, it was just perfect for me. Like if y'all know any other books that are like that with time travel, like going back in time, please comment them down below. I would love to do a full reading vlog of just like time books that mess with time, because I am so obsessed with this. And the last chapter, so like obviously the thing is solved by the end of the book. That's not a spoiler. But then there's a chapter after that's like the unintended consequences, kind of like the butterfly effects that we didn't see going on behind the scenes as she was traveling through time. And that chapter shook me. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what happens, no spoilers, but like the fact that we got that kind of closure, because I was thinking like what other effects would this have? Like obviously she's not just affecting her own life, going back and changing these things. We got the closure and it was so good. Oh my god, 5 stars. This one was so good. I've heard a lot of people saying it's boring. Maybe you're just like not a crime thriller person, but for me, I loved it. After that, because I was just laying around all Thanksgiving Day, I had nothing else to do but start another book. I am a little over halfway through Hidden Pictures by Jason Recolak, and I have no idea if I'm saying his name right, but I do know that I'm really liking this book. And this one's very controversial. Okay, a lot of people are loving this and giving it 5 stars and saying it's the best thing they've ever read. And then also a lot of people are saying that it's problematic. I had quite a few of my patrons and of people that just like know my reading taste really well tell me that I'm not going to like this book when I get to the twist. But I haven't obviously gotten to the big twist yet, and I'm really liking it. The atmosphere is just perfect. It is just perfect. In this book, we are following a person who was addicted to drugs and now they're in recovery. And I do have a little bit of qualms with that representation, especially with the way that AA is represented in here. It's just like not accurate at all. I feel like the author needed to do a little bit more research in that regard, and I'm also not sure why that aspect is included at this point. But for me, I'm kind of pushing that to the side and not really caring because I'm enjoying so much more of the rest of the book. So we're following this girl. She's in recovery, and this family is kind of like giving her grace, okay, taking pity on her and being like,
We'll give you a job, Bessie.
so she's the nanny for their kid. And their kid is creepy as shit. He seems like a wonderful, sweet little boy, but he has these moments where he will make these disturbing drawings and talk about his creepy ass imaginary friend who I'm pretty sure is a ghost. And yeah, she's trying to deal with that and figure out what dark stuff this little boy is getting involved in and if he's possibly being possessed. And to me, I think this is going in a speculative direction. Like, I'm pretty sure the like creepy aspects are like ghosty possession kind of things, and that is so refreshing to me. I love to read a thriller horror book where there's actually like creepy ghosty otherworldly elements, and it's not just revealed at the end like a Scooby-Doo reveal of like,
Oh, it was old Harold who worked at the gas station all along.
I don't know. That just like is not really working for me anymore. I've seen it done so many times that it's like, okay, I'm not even scared of the paranormal, creepy aspects throughout the book because I know there's going to be a human reveal. And this seems like it's not going in that direction, which I'm really, really enjoying. Obviously, no spoilers. I could be totally wrong. But I'm really liking it so far. The atmosphere is just great of like this rich people's house that she's getting to stay at. She's living in their guest house, like watching this kid. It's just like giving me vibes of Turn of the Key and The Nesting. I would say if you like either of those, you're gonna love this one. And plot-wise, it's just really good too. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really aligned with our main character. I feel like I'm actually more aligned with our main character because the author is writing the AA and NA meetings with such like inaccuracy, because I'm like feeling bad for her. I'm like, girl, the person who crafted you as a character doesn't even fully understand what you're going through. I'm sorry. Isn't that funny? I don't know. Obviously this character is not a real person, but like to me, that's the thought that I'm having. So anyway, I'm really liking this one. I'm a little over halfway through, so I'm definitely gonna finish today. I just have a couple clients to see today, and then I have the rest of the day just like Thanksgiving vacation time. Don't even have family to spend time with anymore now that we're home, so it's just gonna be me, and I will let you know when I have an update for you. I'm also making my bridesmaid boxes today to propose to my bridesmaids. I'm so excited. I have to show you guys. Like, obviously they're getting all this cute little stuff, but look, are you kidding me? So cute. Like, please look how cute this is. I'm gonna scream. Hello vlog. I've just been reading hidden pictures while Cameron watches the game. How are we doing?
We're winning, and then we're also tied with the ugly British people.
I have British people who watch my video.
Well, at least! Get out of here. 1776.
Okay, he's just really fired up about the World Cup. Anyway, I am a little over 75% through hidden pictures, and it's getting a little ridiculous, like a little crazy. Like there are just one too many coincidences for my liking. Like it just feels like everything is very convenient how things are coming together. Like things are just working out a little too well. There's also been like no big twist, so I'm still waiting on that big controversial twist. But I don't know, I'm not liking it as much as I did in the first half. The first half was like a 5-star. Now, you know, another quarter in, I'm like, I don't know. Things are just working out a little too well. Also, I know in past reviews that I've heard this book talked about, people talked about like out-of-pocket comments that are made, and I am starting to pick up on that. But I don't know, it's not annoying to me. Like it just feels like there's some shitty characters with shitty opinions, and I'm not just gonna get my panties in a twist about it, you know? Like we can all have an opinion, and some people have shitty wrong opinions, and that's just life. So I'm not gonna get mad about a book character having that. Like, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? I don't know. Like real life problematic shit, I will get mad about, I will rant about. Y'all know I'm not gonna step down from that. But also like, if it's just a character in a book watching Fox News, I think we can get over it. You know what I mean? It's not that deep, besties. So that's kind of my thought so far. Nothing like too problematic is standing out to me, but I'm gonna wait for this twist and then I will give you guys the full tea. Hi vlog. I only have about 30 pages left. I got to the big twist. I don't love it. Like, it makes some weird kind of sense for the story, but I'm not obsessed with it. Like, I don't think it's the best twist ever in the world. It's definitely sinister. I just don't like it. I don't know. Like, obviously I love like stories with crazy twists, like Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. But at the same time, I don't think it's that problematic. Like, yes, I understand why people would think it's that way, but I don't think it's the author or even the book saying like, this thing is wrong or this thing is bad. Okay, I really can't talk about this without spoiling it. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about spoilers right now. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to shut off the video or mute me if you don't wanna hear spoilers for this book. But if you have read it, I would love to discuss this more. So please listen to this and we can discuss in the comments. Before I do that, I'm just gonna say again, spoilers for Hidden Pictures are about to come. If you're watching me on your TV while you're like cleaning your house and you're across the room, come and shut off your TV. If you're listening to me in your AirPods while you're on the treadmill or whatever, throw your AirPods out of your ears because I'm literally about to spoil the book. Please, I don't want you to be spoiled. Okay, 3, 2, 1. The big twist that people are mad about is that the little boy that, you know, is being babysat the entire book is actually a little girl who was kidnapped. The parents are trying to hide the fact that this kid has been kidnapped by saying like, oh, the missing little girl that you're looking for, you're never gonna find because we got a little boy. But they're saying like, oh, the kid is transgender or whatever. And when it was revealed, our main character, the babysitter, is talking to the parents and she's like, what the fuck? Like, you're trying to tell me this 5-year-old is transgender? Like, I'm literally not buying it. Something's fishy here. Like, you said that you were in Barcelona. You obviously weren't because the kid said they never been on a plane. Like, what is going on? I can understand where people are like, that's transphobic. Like, saying a kid doesn't know that their real identity or like using transgender identity as an excuse for kidnapping is like just exploitation of like trans people. Like, yeah, it is. You're not wrong, but like, I think that's the point. I think that's the point is like, people are shitty, whether they're like Whole Foods shopping, liberal, environmentalist, democratic voting people like myself. I identify as all of those things. Or, you know, Trump supporting racist, horrible people. Either one can be a shitty person. It's not like mental health where it's like, oh my God, the twist is they're bipolar. Like, if the big twist was that the kid was transgender, that would be problematic. Obviously, you should never use somebody's identity or mental health or sexual orientation or anything that's essential to who they are as a twist. Like, that's just shitty. But the thing is, the kid is not trans. It's a little girl that was kidnapped and the parents are trying to sell him as a boy. And I know that the comments that the babysitter made are problematic. Like, oh my God, how is this kid 5 years old and trans? Listen, if you're in a situation where you're hearing all these lies and these things are not adding up and there's a paranormal presence and there's creepy ass drawings, of course you're gonna be like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy anything that you're selling me about this kid. I don't think that this book is intentionally transphobic. I think that, yes, there's exploitation of a transgender identity in this book. I do think that those comments that the main character made are out of pocket, but you know what? I don't think this book is about trans rights. I don't think this book is about LGBT people. I think this is just a messy ass thriller with some crazy ass twists. I don't think it was intended to do any bad, and honestly, I don't think it does any bad. Me, I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. And I like this book. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong morally with the twist. Are there some weird out-of-pocket comments made? Yeah, but I think that's the point of the book, of like, anyone can be a bad person, you know? I don't think that I can even deduce anything about the author's ideas and thoughts based on this book, because I don't know what they're trying to do here. Like, I think honestly it's just like a messy, crazy thriller. I don't think we need to take things that deeply all the time, unless it's like blatant, like using mental health or sexual orientation or gender identity as a twist. That's obviously horrible. Using racist, stereotypical depictions of characters, that's horrible. It's should not be done. Using the N-word or other slurs in your book when you're not a part of that community and it's not okay for you to do that. Yeah, that's racist, that's shitty, that shouldn't be happening. But like, I don't know. The cancellation police, I feel, has taken us a little far. I don't know. I still have 30 pages left. Maybe my opinion will change. Maybe I'll come back and be like, I take it all back. Delete that 5-minute clip. As of now, it's a little extreme for me. Like, I just don't think that it's that deep. This book isn't about LGBTQ rights. It's a messy ass thriller. The kid isn't trans. Like, it was just an excuse used by the shitty parents, you know? There's no transgender child in this book being mistreated. It wasn't the twist that the kid was transgender. Like, I just don't think it's that bad. I don't know. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe y'all will have to talk some sense to me in the comments. If you feel you need to do that, please do. I'm open to it. But in this moment, those are my thoughts. Okay, spoilers done. I'm going to read these last 30 pages and we'll see. We'll see. We'll just have to see about my rating because I don't even know. Okay, I've only read 10 more pages, not even 5. I've only read 5 more pages and y'all, this book is crazy. This book is messy. I don't know how y'all are trying to have deep conversations about this book. This is just crazy shit. This is just crazy people shit. Like, all these characters are on one. None of this shit is even close to being in the real world. This book isn't trying to say shit. This book is just about crazy people.
This book isn't deep. It's just literally crazy people being crazy and doing crazy things.
I'm concerned for y'all. Go touch grass or something. Okay, I finished this book and then I feel like I had to stew on it, okay? So I just like scrolled Instagram for a good 20 minutes, you know, looked at people from high school who now have babies and post their babies in turkey costumes on Thanksgiving, and I'm supposed to like be happy for them and not send them condolences. I don't know. I'm at the weird age where it's like, me personally would have a panic attack if I was pregnant, but these people are out here trying and we're in the same graduating class. So I'm a little bit shook about that, but back to the book. I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I did enjoy it. Okay, it was entertaining. It was crazy. She went off the rails. She was crazy. If you don't like things that take a hard left, you're not going to like this book. I was very entertained by it. I don't think it's something that you want to think too deeply about. Okay, I didn't love it. I'm not going to rave about it from the hills, but I did enjoy my time. It was fun. It was entertaining. Y'all, this is just ridiculous. This is a book about crazy people doing crazy things, and it's crazy. Like, there's no other way to say it. Like, you cannot take this too seriously. Was everything like very convenient? Was the end just like tied up in too much of a little perfect bow? Yes, but it's not trying to do anything else than that. And I think the people that are so mad and getting their panties in a twist about this, I think they're just like working themselves up a little too much. Like, I can see if this book was trying to have some type of commentary and it just got it so wrong. Get mad, girl. I will be mad with you. But this is just crazy. Like, it is so ridiculous. 4 stars. It's not that serious. I would feel so silly having a serious conversation and like dragging this book and being so serious about it, because it's just not that serious. Like, I think the author is just a dummy. I think he's a dumb dummy who's writing a bunch of crazy fucking dumb people. That's what I think. Not that I think the author is not intelligent. Like, I think the book was well written, but it's just not serious, you know what I mean? The one weirdo thing in this book, the weird J.K. Rowling shout out.
We don't need to praise her.
And it is a weird coincidence. I don't think it's that deep, me personally. We all know J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit. You can hear an author shout out J.K. Rowling probably because they were raised on the Harry Potter books or they love the Harry Potter books. I love Harry Potter too, okay? Don't love her, the devil of it all. Do love Harry Potter. So I can see, okay? I can see how this author came out with this book and like, I don't think the intention was there. I think this is just a crazy thriller to read and get enjoyment out of. So that's my piece. That's my piece. I gotta make a turkey sandwich, y'all. I'm hungry. I want some Thanksgiving leftovers. And while I eat, I think I'm gonna start our next book because I'm on a little roll here, okay? I'm having fun. It is so dark, okay? These clips are gonna be so dark. Hello, you can't even see me. It is raining, it is dreary outside, but I'm about to start Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. I have the audio. I also have the physical book. I gotta search through my luggage and find it. Here we are, Runtime. I'm starting her, but I also have the shakes because I need to eat. So I gotta eat. I will be back with a synopsis and a 25% update. Hello vlog. I am a quarter of the way through Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. I've mostly been listening to the audio because I was eating, and I also put away all the fall decorations in the house, so we're ready to start the Christmas decor for Vlogmas. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, I was mostly listening to the audio. I did follow along here at the end, but I'm liking it. It's good. It's intriguing. It's about this movie that's being made. And so we're following like the script of the movie as if we're like kind of watching the movie, but we're reading it. And then we're also following along with the making of the movie from two perspectives, from the filmmaker guy, like assistant director guy's perspective, and then from our leading lady, who is actually a last minute replacement for the original actress that they wanted. And this new girl who's coming in as the replacement is kind of down on her luck. You know, it's one of those situations. So she's desperate. She's willing to take any part at this point. So that's why she's willing to be in this movie. And we're following her as just like weird off things start to happen. It's pretty slow. I will say it's slow going at the start. We're a quarter of the way in and almost nothing has happened. Like she literally just got to set. And we're a quarter of the way through the book. Personally, I expected, knowing the synopsis, I expected us to like open on the movie being made, but it did take quite a while to get there. So I don't know. I'm about it, but the scenes that are dark and creepy are really dark and creepy. It's a really cool kind of setup where it's like a book within a movie within a book. So there's a creepy book that the movie is following a similar plot line to, and then obviously the plot of the book that I'm actually reading is following the plot to the movie, which is the plot to the book in the movie. That was so convoluted and doesn't make sense, but hopefully you're getting what I'm meaning. It's like a triple story and a story and a story, which I'm a fan of, but honestly, it's kind of hard to keep it straight. Maybe that's why it's so slow and boring, because it has to be that way for you to like understand what's going on. We'll have to see what happens once the action truly starts. So I'm gonna just sit here and read physically for a while, finish my glass of wine, and we'll see what I think. Hello vlog, I'm back. I am a little over halfway through Runtime, and this is going really weirdly because I feel like the first quarter was so slow, and that second quarter was so ridiculously fast. Like I think I'm at 55-ish%, but it feels like this should be the 80% mark. Like I don't understand how we escalated this fast. Before I knew it, we were like in the middle of the action. I don't know, the pacing in here is just really weird. And our main character is the only woman on set, which is like why it's supposed to be creepy. It's kind of giving like Every Value Break vibes by Peter Swanson, where this girl is like being singled out, and it's supposed to have feminist commentary, but the main character is like not my favorite person. Like she has these dark secrets that I don't really care about. I just don't really feel super, super connected to her. So I'm not caring as much about her. If I'm being totally 100% honest, I'm not invested in her. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I do really like the movie chapters that are written out like this. With like stage directions and stuff. Those chapters are super creepy and they go super, super, super fast. I don't know, the pacing's just odd, but jury's still out. I don't know if the jury should be out necessarily if I'm over halfway through the book at this point, but that's the reality. So I'm getting really tired. I think I'm going to jump in the bath and then go to bed. But obviously, I gotta read in the bath. I gotta have some kind of entertainment, and I will probably try to finish this book up before I go to bed so I can give you guys a full review in the morning. Gosh, I feel like I'm on such a reading kick right now, which is so great because I was in a slump for like the first 15 days of this month. Yeah, 2 weeks of this month were just bad. I did not read a lot at all. So I'm very happy to be, even if I'm not 100% like loving the books that I'm reading, at least I like have the motivation to read. So that's where I'm at. I will see you in the morning. Vlog. It is the next morning. I am finished with Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard, and this book was just okay for me. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was just an average thriller. Something kept me from really loving the characters and being immersed in the plot. Like, there was just this remove. I don't know if it was like unemotional for me or what, but I just didn't love it. In the end, I didn't see any of the twists coming, and there were quite a few that came back to back to back, but I just felt like it was doing too much. It was a little disjointed, and the couple plot lines that I really did care about, I felt like ended up taking a back seat to stuff that I didn't care about. So I just didn't feel emotionally connected at all. I was gonna give it a 3-star, and then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna forget this entire plot by the time I do my like year wrap up. So it's fine. Like, it was a fine way to spend an evening. I didn't hate my time reading it. I just wasn't immersed and loving it. Maybe if you really, really like film or like movie making, this will be for you. I'm more of a literature girl. I like a book within a book rather than a movie within a book. So it just like wasn't perfect for me, but it was fine. And also last night I got to part 2 of The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson, and oh my god, this is so good. This is so fucking good. I literally just binged the first 100 pages last night at 2 in the morning because I could not put it down. If you don't know, Tiffany D. Jackson is by far my favorite YA thriller author. She's the only YA thriller author that I will continue to read every single thing that she writes, because she has that layer of darkness that I need in a thriller. I feel like a lot of YA thrillers are just like,
here's some romance. Oh my god, Nancy Drew won the case.
And hers actually have some depth to them, and they go to that darker place that I enjoy. So this is her 2022 release. It is a Carrie retelling. We are following our main character, Maddie, who is the Carrie-esque character. And rather than having her period, which is what happens at the beginning of Carrie, that she gets made fun of, Maddie is a mixed girl that is white passing, and she's been passing as white her entire life up until her senior year of high school, when she gets caught out in the rain and her hair like kinks up into little curls. So she is exposed and the whole school finds out that she's mixed, but the vernacular that they're using, because it's a really racist town and racist school, isn't like, oh, okay, Maddie's mixed, cool, whatever. No, they are like, oh my God, we found out that Maddie's actually Black. So she's like going through this crisis of like, am I white? Am I Black? Like there was this heartbreaking scene where she was looking at herself in the mirror and like trying out saying, I am Black out loud, and like how that felt for her. Oh my God, it was just like heart-wrenching. The emotions in this book, especially coming off something like fluffy thriller like Runtime, the emotions are just hitting so deeply. So we're following Maddie and her like Carrie type of journey as she's bullied but also discovers her powers. She has the same powers as Carrie, obviously. We are also following a podcast which takes place in the future from the chapters that we're following Maddie in, and it's called Maddie Did It, and it's all about the eventual massacre that we're leading up to in Maddie's timeline. So we're kind of getting the post-massacre details and the lead up to the massacre from Maddie's perspective as well. And then we're following a couple of the kids in the town that are supposed to be the like Sue and Tommy and Chris Hargison characters in the Carrie retelling. It is so well done. I love that this is like taking the nuance of colorism and race and putting it in this story. Like it seems like this was the perfect story structure for that. And I don't know, it's just very cool to see like a woman of color taking a white man, Stephen King, who is very problematic. It's like amazing story structure and making it even more like just expanding upon it. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love it so much. So I cannot wait to keep reading this today. It's also very fast paced, so I'm sure I'm going to get into it at least halfway through by the end of today. It's 400 pages, which sounds like a lot, but I just binged 100 last night, so don't think that'll be a problem. I'm gonna make my matcha, get some work done this morning, and then I'll have some more time to read. Hello vlog, I haven't updated you all day. I'm so sorry. I literally worked all day up until the moment that I went to go do my bridesmaid proposals. I didn't expect to do them today, but I just like had a moment where a lot of the girls were able to all meet up in one location, so I took it and it was so fun. And then I ended up coming back to my apartment with a couple people, my besties, and we just like had a good night. We popped a bottle of Moet and just had a good night. So that was after midnight. But throughout the day, at some point, I did get halfway through The Weight of Blood. So I just wanted to give you a little tiny update. So it wasn't just like one update in the morning and I ghosted you. I really am still loving it. The story is progressing really well. I just wish I had more time to read it. Like that is my only complaint, is I'm not having time to read this book that I'm really enjoying. So hopefully I will make some more progress tomorrow and be able to update you with my final thoughts. Hello vlog, I am 3/4 of the way through The Weight of Blood and this book is just so good. The emotions are so strong that I feel for the characters, like every single one too. I feel like I can feel what they're feeling, which is exactly how I felt when I read Grown and Monday's Not Coming. I just feel like Tiffany D. Jackson just hits it out of the park every single freaking time. This makes me want to read her whole backlist immediately because I'm just obsessed with her writing style. Also, I love the way that this book stays really true to the original Carrie. I don't like when I read a retelling and I can't see the same themes. Then it just kind of leaves me questioning, like, why write a retelling to begin with? Like, it should have been a original story. But this makes sense. It takes the original themes of Carrie and just expands upon them. I'm so excited to sit here. It's beautiful outside and keep reading. Oh my gosh, what a nice day. Hello vlog. I finished The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson and I freaking loved it. It was phenomenal. By far the easiest to read and best book in this vlog. We saved the best for last. Surprisingly, it's YA, but unsurprisingly, it's Tiffany D. Jackson. I mean, come on. This was such an easy 5-star read. I could not imagine anyone giving this below 5 stars. Like, it is a masterpiece to me. I love Carrie by Stephen King, so I feel like this was made for me because there's obviously some problematic aspects of Carrie that I wish were not in there. And this just takes the story that I've always loved and modernized it and had more to say about it. Like, a lot of times when I read retellings, I don't see why there was a reason to retell it, but Tiffany D. Jackson added so much meat. Like, she just added so much commentary in there that I totally understand why the story needed to be retold. So I think she did her job there, and she also did her job with the ending scenes. Oh my god, they were gory, they were scary. Boba is chewing her toy up against my tripod. Hold on. I was really happy with the level of gore and horror in the final scene that we were all leading up to. And then the end, oh my god, the end broke my heart. But I also feel like all of the characters had a really great arc. So even though my heart was broken, like, I understood why it all needed to happen that way, even if I'm in tatters about it just a little. I think this was just a perfect book. Like, I could sit here and rave about it all day. I have no complaints. No complaints. No notes. It was so good. If you were thinking about maybe picking up this book, run out and get it. Run out and get it right now. It is so phenomenal. I'm so happy to end on a 5-star. Y'all, we started on a 5-star. We ended on a 5-star. We had a fun, weird one and an average one in between. But overall, I'm going to call this a very successful new release thriller reading vlog, as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please participate in the 14-day challenge with me for Magic Mind. I will link them down below. Don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!